Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Washington State Cougars offense will start this game off with the football. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. Guys, let's take a minute and talk a little Washington State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Looking downfield on first down. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
That big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the left. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So USC's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Finding an escape route. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Jordan. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. It's a draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up the first down. There he goes. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to throw, it's Fox. Snagged in the middle, it's Hawkins. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The inside handoff. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Might be changing the route. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're...
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The offense changing the play. On fourth down, going to the air. Holds it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The give to the tailback. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Got it in the middle. It's Hall. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Wazzu headed to the line with another first down. The give on the inside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete! And he will score! Touchdown, Cougars! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1.
Loose in the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. He got a step and just dusted the field. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. That's caught. It's Hall.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You know, it's fun. Probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense probably has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it to him on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. How about that defense rising up and stop? Short on 4th down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Lions. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Off play action. Takes a hit as he fires. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Finds his tight end. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pulls it in. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Riley. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. And he had just enough to will that one home. And after the 3-spot guys were all tied up. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Riley.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They're going back to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's right. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Cougars have their offense in high gear. Grabbed in the backfield. It's right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Washington State. And that one will give them the lead. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 11 over Boise State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They run the reverse. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's right. Found the seam on the left. Touchdown, Washington State. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, there is being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Dropping back, it's Fox. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit. That incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough. Cross the line and pick up the 1st down. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did, Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Wazzu! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Here's a heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
A strike downfield. Good call, good execution. The chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking downfield on first down. That's good. It's Hawkins.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Miranda. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Trojans are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. On the move, it's Hawkins. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Looking for a man, it's Fox. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Pressure coming. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. To the air on 2nd down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USC. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Baker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. This is a designed run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Here comes the offense on second down. Trying to impose their will with the run. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Riley. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cougar! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Yeah, he gets the first down, and I tell you what, these are the guys you like to go to. Throw those big-body tight ends with the sure mitts over the middle of the field where you know you can get a high percentage throw. Nice catch, nice first down.
Back to pass, it's Fox. Lets it fly. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? With the catch, it's Miranda. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit.
Flying down the right side. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Pulls it in, it's Hall. And he's brought down after a nice game. Washington State lines up quickly. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This time he's got it. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.